All right, guys, here we go. Another simple idea, but we get a lot of these book pages and we don't really have much to do with them. You can use them, but you want to that. Well, one way to do it, just use your scrap pieces of your napkins or napkins, tissue paper, crepe paper, whatever, and just build them up. And yes, this is sort of like I don't call them collaging. I'm sorry. Collaging to me is something different. It's using all images and building up. I call this Franken pages. Masterboards, by definition, is something that you design original of and then do a copy of it. And the whole intention of it is to save it and use digital versions of in the future of masterboards. This is what I call a Franken page, meaning you take a bunch of Frankenstein pieces, unusable, ugly pieces normally by itself, and you put them together to build up a base that you will cut up or use or whatever. Okay, that's using up the pieces. And I know those don't really always go together, but I was just using some pieces that I have. You can use some bigger pieces, like let's say I was wanting to do a tag, but my tissue paper isn't strong enough by itself. Use a thin book page. Dictionary pages are so thin. Bible pages, old Bible pages are thin too. Don't ever feel bad using a Bible. Most of the old Bibles that are falling apart, they can't be used for anything else anyway. And yes, I do have a belief. I believe in God. I am a Christian, have been for many years. So I do not consider it sacrilegious or anything. Use the old Bibles. Bibles are to be read. If you can't read them anymore, use them for another purpose. God's not going to be mad at you. Okay, so right there, look, I can cut that. I can see words behind it, and it's a little bit stiffer, and I can use it for something or a tag. That's like using tissue paper. Well, what if I've got a book page that I want to see my words? That, maybe I do want the words in the background, but I don't want it as bright. Yes, you can make your own gesso, buy your gesso, whatever, or use acrylic paint. But, that takes a long time, messy, clean up. This is the part of the napkin that you tear off. You can smooth it out and not have any. Now, the purple's not going to stay, obviously, because I'm using the school glue, because I'm just trying to adhere it down, and it sticks straight with napkins. But see how I've muted that? Look at the difference there. And I can actually take this piece. Now I would take more care, obviously. Cover it up more, cut it to make sure it's the size. But if I was making this into, I can use this as a journal page. Put one of these tear-off waste napkin pieces on one side. And I can also put it on the other side. And that makes a good, nice, sturdy piece. Then, of course, you had something. I tore that off of that back one. It was a napkin that I got messed up on and got some stuff on it that really, but I can use it for a good background and build on it. Yep. I'm heavy-handed, guys. Sorry. So, yep. Take that napkin. If I take care, I cannot have wrinkles, but personally, I like the wrinkles. And so look there, I can still see the words and when they make a neat background to build on. This is what you call craft tissue. The ones that comes in your kids' craft kits. I think this was something trying to tear into little squares to put on there. Well, you can use that kind of tissue too. Use napkins, use tissue paper, use your old, get old Christmas tissue, birthday tissue. We're getting ready to have another holiday coming up. Tissue paper in some of the stores will go on clearance afterwards. Go in and buy it when it's like 50, 75, 90% off. Yeah, there's a little hole there. I like that. I like getting little holes sometimes in there, and I'll intentionally, that dries, you know, to have a little difference. See, I like that. I forcibly make that happen. But that's just the old craft tissue. There's a red one. Look at the red if you like to use red, but you want that muted. We get all kinds of this tissue paper. Gift wrap paper, tissue paper, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to rip it. How about the sparkly kind? Because you don't really want to put that in a journal by itself because the glitter will come off. The little sparkles will come off there. And we don't like that. Well, let's glue it down to a book page. Look at that. It'll hold our glitter pieces down. There we go. So, use just simple. Like I said, another simple idea. Napkins, tissue paper, the throwaway kind, Franken-Page it, whatever you would so choose like to do. And there you go. Use your book pages. They can be now folded into pages for your journals. They can be cut into tags. They can cut into journaling cards. Take a punch. This is wet. I obviously can't do it now. You'll be able to punch it to have the shapes. Punch it to have its shapes for decorations. All kinds of lovely things you can do there. But there you go.